Hello everyone, my name is Ricky Sangu, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about effective listening skills for my oral communication and organizations course. So let's begin. So there's typically two different types of listening. We'll start by talking a little bit about passive listening. So when you think of passive listening, it's just think of someone who's daydreaming and is not really listening to what's going on. Their full attention is not there. They may be thinking about something else while the speaker is having whatever presentation going on, and they're not really reacting to anything that is being said. Essentially, like I said, they're daydreaming. Now, on the other hand, you do have active listening. With active listening, you have 100% of your attention is going to the speaker, and you're trying to encourage them by engaging in conversation, not necessarily a full conversation, but to just acknowledge them by saying something along the lines like I see, or I totally agree, so they understand that you are fully paying attention to them and your information, or sorry, your acknowledgement is being heard. You also want to avoid distractions when it comes to active listening. You want to make sure you're in an area where there's nothing going on around you. Let's say you're in a business meeting at work. You may want to pick a location where there's not going to be people walking in and out of the building or the specific room that you are in at the time. So when it comes to me and my listening skills, I'm definitely more active than passive, especially in my profession as a law enforcement officer. When I deal with the community, we deal with the public when they need assistance, I need to make sure they understand that I am there for them and them only at the time, so that I can address whatever their needs may be. I feel I do need to work on my body language at times. Sometimes I'm just used to having my arms crossed or the way I'm standing, leaning up on something. It may seem like I am listening, but I'm not fully there for them. In the field I'm in, there's a lot of external distractions, excuse me, where I'm paying attention to things that are going on around me out in the streets, by my police car. There's cars driving by, people walking by. So there's a lot of distractions. So at times I'll try to pick a location. If possible, maybe I'll have an interview or interview someone maybe inside their home instead of outside the home, so there's not any distractions. When it comes to listening skills at home, I feel I can also work on improving that as well. Focus in the conversation that I'm having at the time. Any tasks that I'm trying to focus on, I can just wait on those. For example, instead of while washing the dishes and having a conversation with my wife, the dishes can wait. I want to focus on her and the conversation at hand so she understands that I am talking to her and paying attention to her only, and I'm also engaging with her so I can encourage her to continue to talk and, let her know that I am fully 100% giving her my attention. So ways I can improve these skills is just practice active listening, right? I can practice with my kids at home just to engage with them and fully focus my attention to them. Also, I want to make sure I focus on reacting appropriately to what's being said, knowing the person and understanding the context. Um, Meaning, let's say, depending on the type of conversation you're having and the type of person you may be talking to, understand how you should react to a specific person while you're engaging with them, and also based on the context of the conversation. Another way would be sitting versus standing. If it's a face-to-face conversation, one person may be sitting, the other person may be standing. It may be more beneficial if both were sitting, both are standing. So if I'm sitting looking up at someone, it may not look the best or come across where I don't care because I'm sitting maybe with my legs crossed or my arms crossed and I'm not fully paying attention. And another thing would be, is it a one-on-one conversation or public speaking? When it comes to public speaking, you want to make sure that you're scanning the crowd, making eye contact with the person, finishing your thought with the person. You don't want to switch to another person, mid-sentence. Just finish the thought and engage with everyone you possibly can inside of the conversation. So overall, this is how I feel how my listening skills are. There's always room for improvement, but I feel just based on my profession and how much I do engage with the public and people I've never met, I feel like I'm in a good place, but once again, there's always room for improvement. I appreciate you guys' time and I look forward to working with you the rest of the semester. Thank you.